See this dusty old white dude who probably owned a bunch of slaves? And they put his face on this piece of tender, this piece of money. It's just like, it's nothing. It's shit in the wind. All you have is your soul. I made this $5 busking, playing music on the side of the street. People are not a commodity. People are so business minded. Our premier is a businessman. He doesn't care about people. He cares about profits. And wherever there's people, there's profits. I'm a not-for-profit prophet. I thought it was Jesus Christ because I loved the idea of Jesus so much. Someone who just wakes up, wants to talk to God, and spread love. I'm like, isn't that what we should be doing as Christian brothers and sisters? Whether we love each other, or cannabis, or our grandmas, or what are we chasing after? We're chasing after this. Look, it's gone. I'll burn it up. Buy a pack of pre-roll. Smoke it, because I don't care. I just want peace, world peace. Not world domination. Not a battle of the sexes and the space planets. Am I from Mars? Am I from Venus? Do I have a vag? Do I have a penis? Does it matter? Doesn't matter, no. This is what matters. This is what matters. One love. And this cross is not supposed to represent capital punishment. It's not supposed to represent that we're supposed to suffer. It's not supposed to represent suffering. It's supposed to represent liberation from sin and shame. You relive your sin and shame every day, but you ask God to forgive it and just bless you with a fountain of love. Because that's all we are, is love. Like, I legit lost my $5 and I don't care because it legitimately gave me a human interaction. Somebody came up to me, they wanted to talk to me about my playing, and I had a conversation with somebody about where I learned to play. I'm self-taught. I'm autistic. I've been studying music because it helps me with my PTSD. And I studied a lot of the solitudes because it's like nature sounds with music. This is maybe something I'm going to start doing. Because I'm here on a farm and there's all kinds of critters. The birds sing. It's a little bit of heaven is nirvana. It's heaven on earth. And when we return to the garden, so we're all working like slaves in cities, driving in automobiles, thinking, well, it's not uniting us. Look at the UK. Look at all the money the government has to pour into the arts and how much the arts have saved me. My brother wasn't so lucky. He was neurodivergent too. And the streets got him hooked on methamphetamines. And everybody who feels down, we all feel down. Why? We are paying for their mistakes. What everywhere look is corruption. It's business. What is the business attitude? The business of art was what Tegan and Sarah were talking about when they were jamming out, singing all those great songs. My Number, all those great acoustic bass songs. I saw them in a church in Toronto when I was a teen. It was awesome. And like everything's electronic now. Like that's awesome. I have this keyboard. I'm gonna showcase some of my drumming. And this is Cat's tiny desk, where, you know, this is gonna come and go, but what you have in your heart and soul, I was like, have a heart of gold. If you're gonna have a heart of gold and you're gonna care about something other than digging for this, and it's gonna come and go, and they're always gonna find reasons why you need it. Or commodities, mostly consumables. We're consumers. We need community, not consumerism. This holiday season, have a Festivus for the rest of us. Air your grievances. Seinfeld. I'm gonna a little bit reference some Seinfeld because Seinfeld is life. Like, it's observational comedy, which is all I'm doing. Philosophers, new school philosophers, we're just looking at things and saying, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how bogus we are? Isn't it funny how full of our own boogers we are? I can snot rocket for you right now and show you how full of my own self. Because the selfless acts of Christianity, like, all I want to do is be a mobile soup kitchen. It's a new idea that I have. I wanted to be a food truck. I'm going through puberty. I wanted to be a food truck because of a great experience that I had living in the Falls and visiting so many food trucks. And it doesn't matter if some place is rural, you get the word out there. It's worth the drive. It's beautiful driving in Niagara. It's beautiful. So I want a mobile soup kitchen, food truck, because I have a huge place in my heart for food insecurity and housing insecurity that we all seem to face as a generation. And the worst thing we face is attention insecurity. Like, we don't know where to focus our feels because they didn't really focus their feels on us. They a lot focused their feels on their drinks. I'm having Diet Coke because I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And when I'm on one of my creative spurts like I've been right now, just reworking Pachelbel's Canon in D, my autistic mind. And after so many years of struggling with my spatial issues and my neurodivergent anxiety, because the space-time continuum just freaks me out. And I have some physical hang-ups, like I wasn't the strongest or fastest kid. My appetite wasn't always great. I was gender confused. Gender dysphoria is how I feel every time I'm getting ready to hatch a dead baby for 7 days. If it was a miscarriage and I was bleeding for 7 days, maybe people would sympathize. But every time I bleed, I'm reminded that I didn't have a kid. And I want to be like Abraham. I want to have 100 kids. Why? Because I love babies. Paternal instinct is that of a parent. Paternal. We don't talk about how much we love our dads and the Father in heaven. He's a good father. It's who you are. I'm loved by you. It's who I am. And that's what we need to be instilling in ourselves. That these times of neglect, it's nothing to do with, it's what, when, and where. It's cultural. And the aspects of our culture are so distraction-based. So distraction-based. And heavily sexualized. I'm mostly A minor sexual. I like to focus my feels on jazz music and my instruments because I feel like anything can be an addiction. And if you feel all your feels in your pants, then you're limiting this experience, this expansion. If all you're worried about is pitching a tent in your pants, you have to expand your heart and mind and your soul and equilibrium. Let the light in. I'm letting the light in a little bit today, but I'm having some downtime with my autism. I just get too overstimulated. Some of the horns on my jazz music is 91.1 Jazz FM. Feels a lot like my feelings. Chaos. There's chaos in the world. I'm not imagining it. I'm an empath. I am an autistic kid with a little bit of social adaptation through the vices of marijuana and caffeine and music. Everybody has a vice. Everybody needs to feel something good. And I feel a lot of feelings when I have effervescent, bubbly drinks. And Near beer is basically just bread in a can. I'm gonna replay back my crumble my. It's just paper. It's not even paper. It's plastic. Why? So it doesn't tear. So I can't rip it. It's unrippable. Put it through the wash. It'll come out. Privatize this. What would we pay this for? Privatize healthcare. Privatize schools. Here in Niagara, all the good schools are privatized. Why? Because they're Christian. Because they're Christian. Who came to this country? Christian dudes who, like, they probably raped and pillaged and said, oh, this land is my land, this land is your land, except for you people who are native, and you can just go live on this reserve where there's not even clean water for you to wash your children. But, you know, that's the dichotomy of what's good. $5 is $5. I made it panhandling, playing guitar. It's a step above just panhandling, like just saying a cardboard side. Help me. I need to eat a Snickers. Like, I'm hangry, yo. But I'm not hangry. My soul is hungry for the vines of community. And we're not commodities. A person is not a commodity. And we're over commercialized everything. And everything's like we're selling everything as a joke. We're selling feelings because we don't have any original feelings. And we don't have any original thoughts. Because they've brainwashed us so much into just absorbing all of this violence. Like, now that I've tried to desensitize myself to, like, Bart Simpson got strangled by his father. It was domestics. The squirrels, I've said this before, the squirrels don't have domestics. They don't kick each other out of the nest. Like, they just work together to get enough nuts and build their nests tall in the tree. If the winter's going to be really cold, really severe, they want to be taller in the tree for some reason. My dad's like some meteorologist. He tells me that I live in a microclimate. Seriously, it's the weed belt of Canada, of Ontario. It's not the wine country. That's why I got a wine. Let out a little wine in wine country. Wine country. Can't say country without saying cunt, and you can't say wine without saying wine.